Hi everyone. I had this great idea to share with you about some of the stuff that I'm going through. Because, well, if I'm going through it, I'm sure somebody else out there is going through it. So this is kind of going to be, well, I'm going to name this video, Abundance. You already have it. I just checked my bank account this morning. I don't already have it, right? Is that what you're thinking? I'm going to give you, I don't know if there are 4 steps or 4 things to think about, but well, let's just see what happens. So 4 steps to realizing that you already have this abundance in your life. Excuse me. Still getting over this cough. I'll have to do one on healing soon. For manifestation, it's everywhere. The Secret, the law of attraction. How does that resonate with you? Are you like, I've tried it, it doesn't work, it's all bullcrap, or it doesn't work for me? Well, the first step to do it is when you're doing these steps, when you're doing the law of attraction, when you're manifesting, when you're doing your list, when you're doing your visualizations, how does it feel to you? Do you get excited about doing this? Maybe some people do. We're all at different levels of evolution, and it's okay. But if you're doing it and you're putting goals, or it's not feeling real to you, then it's not going to work because you're having this inner battle with yourself. I'm going to manifest $100,000 this month. And you're like, I've never had $100,000 at one time in my life. You know, so it's the ego that wants to do that, playing the devil, right? It's like, oh, I want to manifest $100,000. Devil, and the devil or the ego or the ego doubles. How are you going to do that? How? And then you start thinking about the how, and you're like, you're right. It's impossible. Never worry about the how. And maybe you have learned that in the law of attraction. The universe, God, your inner higher being will handle the how. You have to get into the feeling, the why you want it. So cancel the how and start working on the why. Because when you start going, why do I want $100,000 a month? Because I want to be able to pay everything and have money left over at the end of the month. I want to be able to save up for my kids' college education. I want to go shopping. It's okay to want material things. We left the plane of bliss or heaven or whatever's on the other side of the veil, wherever we came from, we left there to come to this planet, to come to this material plane. And do you know why they say that souls line up forever to come to planet Earth? And then when we get here, we go, oh, why did I decide to come here? Why did I do this to myself? It's hard here. Because the moment we get here, we forget. We forget that we're unlimited beings with unlimited power. We forget. And then society doesn't help over the next few decades because we are saying, oh, you know, you have to work. The early bird gets the worm, and, you know, hard workers get rewarded, and working long hours. You have to work for it. No, you don't. We're unlimited beings that can manifest a seed. I'm still working on it. I'm not an expert. But anyway, so you got to break it down. So still in this first step of analyzing your manifestation techniques, break it down. Or asking for $100,000 a month sounds stupid and unreal to you, go for $2,000. Go for something that's realistic. Something that's over what you're doing, so you know that it's working, but not something so outrageous, right? You have to do believable goals, or you're not going to believe it. And this is all about the belief, the having faith. So you're going to have to find a way to prove it to yourself. Okay, so the second step is you have to find abundance everywhere, right? You're like, well, if I could find abundance everywhere, I'd be putting it in my pocket. No. Find abundance everywhere. It doesn't mean material, like money abundance, financial abundance. It doesn't have to be that. Just look for abundance. Look for the blue in the sky, the never-ending blue in the sky. Trees, There's an abundance of leaves in the world. Focus on the abundance of leaves. And it sounds silly at first, but once you start, and you can have fun with this, you can laugh at this. You know, when you have channeled entities, they have a sense of humor. If you listen to Abraham or Ramtha, they're funny. And they're laughing at us. You better believe they're laughing at us, because we came here as unlimited beings and we are like, I can't do it. I'm not powerful enough. But they're trying to remind us how to do it. And they're laughing at us. You forgot your power. Right? So think about when you walk outside in the day, start your day with, there's an abundance of molecules of air in the world that I get to breathe. I came back here and I get to breathe this. I exist for this. And you can talk about how there's so many blades of grass and children's laughing. Everywhere you go, you hear children laughing. Think about things that are everywhere, and that's abundance. There's abundance of cars if you're in the middle of traffic. Is it true? Will you believe it? You better bet you will. So that's the next thing. Is just keep looking for abundance everywhere. Lots of everything. You know, and you can think about it, there's an abundance of money in the world. You know? And you have a divine right to that. Don't think that somebody else has more of a right to it than you do. It's not true. Okay. Now the next part is to love every form of it. Love it. Not just notice it, but love it. Love every blade of grass. I was listening to Abraham the other day. I haven't listened to a lot of Esther Hicks and Abraham, but he was saying that Esther goes out into her garden. It's funny. And she's like, I love you, tree. You're my favorite tree. I love you, flower. You're my favorite flower. And she says it to all the flowers and all the trees. But you know, even Abraham laughs at her for doing this. You have to love, when it's raining, love every raindrop. With every raindrop that falls to the ground, more abundance comes to me. Because there's an abundance of raindrops. So you've already manifested abundance, right? Every coin you find, every feather you find, and recognize and bless every coin that you do find, because, well, those add up, right? Recognize abundance in all of its forms, right? So recognize when you get a discount at the store. Recognize when you win $5 on a lottery ticket. Recognize that Black Friday is coming up next week. I live in Mexico, so this week is called Buen Fin. We actually get 5 days of Black Friday because it started yesterday, Thursday, and it goes through until Monday. But it is a nightmare to go anywhere. Everyone's out buying the big TV sets. So there's an abundance of people. There's abundance of discounts. So really get into this. This is the month of thanks and Thanksgiving and gratitude. So it's important to have an abundance of gratitude for everything that you have. So love and be grateful for everything that comes to you. That's part of this. It's part of, love every opportunity. Love the fact that you have more opportunities than a lot of people do. If you have a college education, if you have a good job, if you're, if you are living in a house, if you have food, like, it sounds so petty to do that, but it's important to recognize how important the things that you do have. And when you are happy for the things that you have, and you start feeling, this is why it's important to figure out why you want X. Why do you want that $100,000 in the bank? Because you start thinking, because I could send my kids to college. I could not stress and worry. I could buy the new car that I want, and imagine yourself buying that new car, and you get excited. Oh my God, I could take my kids to Europe, and that would be such a great trip, and we could do new memories, and they would learn a new culture, maybe a new language, and that gets exciting, right? And then you start getting excited about it, and you're plugging into the source, you're plugging into the universe, you're plugging into the God energy. It's not about begging and praying to God to give you these things. It's because that comes from lack, of power. And you have to know that you were brought here for a reason, that God, the source, whatever your belief system is, you are plugged into that power. And why should they just give it to you because you're praying because you don't have it? Know that you have it, know that you love it, and then the miracles start happening. The fourth step is be happy for other people's abundance, because that is more abundance around you. We are brought up by society that there's lack, that there's a special cantidad, a special quantity of money, and not everybody can have an unlimited amount, because that creates competition. And that's what society wants us to do. Society wants us to compete. Society wants us to negotiate and discount and compete against each other, and know that you're not as important as that person because you're not wearing that I don't know, Dolce & Gabbana jacket. No, because they want you to be consumerist, to go out and keep buying, to be more important, be more. There's no competition. There is an unlimited amount of wealth out there. There is an unlimited amount of money out there. We all have a right to it. There is no competition. When you get it out of your head, there's no competition. Then when Susie Q gets the raise at work, you're not like, oh, Susie stole my raise. Boom. Your vibration's gonna drop. Susie didn't steal your raise. There's gonna be more raises. Maybe that wasn't for you. When you start trusting and having faith in the process and allowing the flow and just allowing and being happy while you're allowing, the universe is unlimited, and so are you. And when Susie Q gets the raise, if you can be like, Susie, you so deserve this. Congratulations. You know what? If Susie just got a raise, it's getting closer to me, because her abundance is now coming into my field. And so when you start seeing and being happy for others, it brings it to you, right? So one, it feels good to be happy for other people instead of going, oh, Susie got the raise. That means I won't get the raise. Maybe there's a better raise for you around the corner. Maybe this job isn't even for you, right? But you have to find your happy moments in order to be able to really analyze those things. Because if you come from a position or a vibration of not feeling good, it's no fun. Excuse me. It's no fun. And then we don't enjoy life. And then life sucks. And then we're in a lower vibration, and you start going into this vortex of crap, right? So to know how to touch base with your happy moments, I have a coin method that I'm going to come out with. It's kind of a metaphor for it. But to get a preview of it, check out my Facebook, Kanaz Readings by Crystal. I did a live video the other day. I believe it was on Tuesday or Wednesday. And check it out, because it tells you how to find the happiness. You are happy. Your baseline, it's kind of like abundance. I'm happy. I am abundant. I don't have it in my bank account. I don't feel happy. You are happy so much more each and every day, but you're not noticing it. You're not being present. You're not being aware. And that's why you don't feel the happiness. But if you see this live video that I did the other day on Facebook, Kanaz Readings by Crystal, let me know how that touches you. Let me know if that helps you realize how much happier you are than you really are, or that you really feel. Okay? So thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for following. This is a newer channel. So if you got anything out of this, please comment below. If you haven't already subscribed and hit the bell, please do that. I am on Instagram and Facebook. All the content is different. I do not repeat content on Facebook, on Instagram, or on YouTube. And so you're getting 3 times the content. And this is all free content. So if you would like to leave me a donation, my PayPal is in the description below. And I always give a free gift for anything more than $5 to keep the energy flowing, because I'm sending out energy to you guys every day, and how much I love you guys, and thank you for following. And I'm going through that too. I get it. So if you want to thank me and buy me a cup of coffee, it doesn't have to be a large amount. It keeps the energy flowing. Okay? So thank you so very much. I love you guys. Let me know how this message resonated with you in the comments below, or send me a private message, especially if you want a reading. Okay? I have readings for all budgets. Okay? Mwah. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.